What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Late Late Show with myself, your host, Robbie, and of course, the ever-charming Mini Bun. Mini Bun, how you doing tonight?
Good. What's up?
Good. Oh, not much. People have been waiting for this night. I think they would like us to do this show a little more often. Every night, even when it's not Saturdays, I get people sending me messages like, "Is it the late show tonight? Are we doing it tonight?" And it's like, no, guys, it's Saturdays every other week. You know, blah, that kind of stuff. It's usually Skuro. I'm not gonna lie. He's kind of a groupie, and I feel like he's always there clamoring at someone's legs. You know, like, "Please, sir, can I have another one?" Let me let's switch it over to the stream really quick. Ah, crud. That's my fault. I messed that up. Oop, there we go. Mini Bun's cam is all better.
Hi guys.
Let me know how the sound is. Make sure it's not like drowning out Mini Bun or anything. That song, by the way, is from the Final Fantasy IX OC remix album called Worlds Apart, and that is called Late Night Lindblom, and that is actually going to be our theme song, quote unquote. That's the song that Nate is using to make us an opening for. So
Yay!
Yeah. I remember.
Couldn't be a Final Fantasy VI track.
Well, actually, I remember. I think like the first show that we decided to start doing this, that one was playing just before we started, and someone had kind of made mention that it was sort of really appropriate for the late show, and I thought, yeah, that is kind of good. I like that. And then I didn't write down what song it was, so of course I had completely forgot what it was and was trying to like find it just based on a word that isn't even in the title. And basically I'm like, alright, well fuck that, I guess I'm not using it then if I can't find it. And then like at some point like a stroke of inspiration came to me. I'm like, wait a minute, I think it was a Lindblom. Remix, and I was able to track it back down. So, woo! And I forgot what I gave him for the outro, but he's also going to make us a pretty sweet outro too. So Mini Bun, we actually haven't had a chance to really speak or talk since the last late show.
Yeah.
There's a kitty behind you, or is it a dog? That's a dog.
Those are both puppies.
Those are both puppies. Okay, so what have you been up to?
Homework.
You never talk. You never call. You never write. I'm putting
Midterms are killing.
Yeah, I'm putting like all these cute bunny things on your Facebook.
Oh, they make me so happy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, bunny.
How about that place in Japan? This just like bunny like island.
I need to go there.
Like, can you even imagine?
Now, I need to go there now and live there amongst the bunnies. Is what I need to do.
Why isn't Boy Bun like booking you guys a trip? You know, you guys need to be like setting up some type of like a vacation to go to Bunny Island.
Oh, poor Boy Bun. He came home today from his dad's. He was working on something. I think they were making like a concrete entrance to the house.
Uh-huh.
And he came home and he was so sunburned. Oh. So he went to bed really early. I was like, you poor baby, you look like a lobster.
The last time that I got sunburned, I was helping my I guess technically he would have been my stepdad because, you know, him and my mom got married, but mom's second husband. But I was helping him re-roof a house, and I never go out in the sunlight. I mean, it's the same for you. You can see how pale we are. We glow in the light of our monitors, right? So yeah, yep. Exactly. You look a lot better today, by the way. I don't know. I mean, not that you look bad, but you know, last time we had like that problem with like you just like bioluminescence and you were just like radiating. You look a lot
I moved
better.
The lamp over there.
Oh well, good,
so.
good. That definitely worked out. So, but yeah, so I was helping him re-roof a house. So we were tearing the shingles off and putting it back up, and I got so sunburnt that I had completely peeled before I went to bed that night.
Oh no.
It was
That's
terrible.
Awful.
Like it was just coming off like just in big giant chunks. I'm like, I am the lizard man and I am molting my skin. Ah, that's the only power I have is to molt. I don't have lizard strength or tongue action. Anyway, so we're just gonna roll past it. We're not gonna talk about that anymore. So
any potential girlfriends you might probably won't like that.
I don't know, lizard tongue.
Tongue action.
They might like the tongue action. So Midterms in school. That's really all you've been up to, huh? Doesn't sound very exciting, does it?
It's so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a 5th class after spring break. Ugh. I'm gonna die. I'm going to die this semester.
Well, apparently Minibun's going to be dying this semester, so make sure that you look out for the next recruitment options for co-host for the Late Late Show with Robbie and whatever your name is. No, I'm sure you'll make it. You're a tough little Minibun. I haven't been doing too much either. Obviously, I'm working. You know, we've been doing the whole Limit Break Radio thing. The newest patch, Final Fantasy XIV, came out. We're not going to talk about that too much because it's a whole other show there. But yesterday was actually my birthday. Yay!
Yeah, happy
birthday! Me.
birthday.
Thank you, Mini Bun. Thank you. I'm gonna do a little bit of real talk here for a minute, guys. So you know, obviously we try to keep this upbeat and lighthearted and funny and stuff, but there was actually some stuff that I wanted to be able to talk with to you guys, my loyal and dedicated followers. That for one, I feel like I owe you a little bit of an explanation. You know, the whole late show was actually started largely in part to you guys. You know, there was that time at the beginning of the year where I had streamed for like a month straight, right? And then I kind of, you know, took my first day off, thinking, you know, I need to just kind of break the streak, or else, you know, it's gonna go crazy, right? And I'm not gonna be able to keep up with the pressure of always wanting to do it every night. So I did that, and then I kind of started to fall, and I started to taper off, sort of like the beginning, middle of February. And one of the reasons for those is I do take it's called citalopram. It's like a mild antidepressant slash. I guess the 20 milligrams I usually take. I've been told that that's usually what they prescribe to. For like social anxiety and stuff like that. I've been taking that for like 2 years now, and it's helped me for the most part, but I don't think that it has been working as effectively recently, so that's kind of been affecting my mood, and I've been down a lot more than usual. I do have a doctor's appointment in a few weeks, though, to go get on some better stuff, so hopefully that helps me. But the reason that that's relevant to now is yesterday was my birthday, and some of you know, some of you may not know, I don't talk about it a whole lot, but a few years ago my dad passed away from cancer, and he actually passed on March 12th, and the last time that I saw him was on my birthday. So, you know, birthdays are obviously supposed to be, you know, joy and, you know, happiness and stuff like that, but spoilers, as you get older, birthdays kind of lose their pizzazz, and they just kind of get boring. But, you know, that is kind of what I associate my birthday with now, and it's difficult. But yesterday I actually had a pretty good time. Went out with my stepmom. We went to a bar that I haven't been to in a while. They have great food. Got to continue my epic quest for the best BLT in existence, because this place that I go to, called the Soggy Bottom Bar, which, yes, is a reference to Oh Brother Where Art Thou, they have BLT now, and it was delicious. So, I mean, I got free lunch, we got some free beers. Well, it turned out being free. My stepmom played Keno and won like $150 through like 3 or 4 different plays. I think she ended up walking away with $30, and that was after the meal, the beer, and her giving me $20. So, that was fun. I had a lot of fun. And then I came back and watched Legends of Tomorrow with Chris and Fairbear, as well as The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And then I played some Fallout 4. And now, here we are at the Late Show.
Yeah.
Other things that I wanted to mention, I wanted to give some thank yous. First of all, to you, Mini Bun. Despite my protests, you
Very fervent protest.
You decided you just had to get me a birthday gift.
I get everybody who is my friend a birthday gift.
Yes.
That's why I usually end up broke.
So, unfortunately, fortunately, you didn't have my address, but unfortunately, you do have me friended on Steam. So,
Indeed, I do.
You bought me a game on Steam called Overfall, which, lots of fun. I actually just added that to my wish list like the day before, because it came out yesterday on March 4th. That was like the release date, and it is early access. But I was going through my queue and kind of saw it, and I'm kind of looking at it, I'm like, alright, you know what? The art style kind of looks cool. I'm into the whole, you know, like, tactics thing, and, you know, yeah, sure, I'll toss it on there. You know, talk about like a rich, deep story RPG, blah, 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 blah. Not quite that. It's not quite as deep and rich story-wise. It's kind of procedurally generated, and it kind of works on like an arcade level, you know, to where like you sit down, you got a couple hours, and you're able to play through, and you die, that's it, you start over again. But as you unlock companions and characters, you can now utilize them in your next playthrough, and I think it's sort of just supposed to be like a, you know, how far can you get this time sort of deal. So I haven't technically beat it yet, but again, it's a lot of fun. It's not just about battling and fighting. As you come to like these different islands and come across these different races, you kind of play out these little scenarios sometimes too, and it really, 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 really reminds me so much of like playing like Dungeons and Dragons with friends, because you got like the little narration at the top, which is like the DM, and just all these dumb little things, and there's tons and tons of like real-world pop culture references in it as well. There's Ryoku. Ryoku says, Robbie, can't stop, won't stop, happy B-Day, best wishes. Dreamfall, the longest journey. Thank you, Ryoku. And that also served as a reminder. I'm sitting here talking about Overfall, and I also wanted to thank you as well, because this is the third game that you've bought me in 24 hours. You bought me Baldur's Gate 2, the definitive edition. You obviously bought me just now Dreamfall, the longest journey. And, oh, there was another one that you bought me earlier. Baltham, I think it's called. It's another, I think, new game that I don't really have a lot of knowledge on, but it looked really, really fun. So thank you, Ryoku, for interrupting the show and giving me gifts. But I am still upset at you for always stealing my limit breaks. I am never letting that go. But Overfall, lots of fun. Like I said, there was a reference to shoot, what's that song? I'm Leaving on a Spaceship. The one made famous, well, not made famous, but that was a reference in Armageddon. Major Tom, that's what it is, Major Tom. There's reference to Major Tom in it. I came across one fight where the two people I was fighting kept reciting the lines from Team Rocket. And when they finally teamed up at the end of it, you had the option of being like, shut the fuck up, we're going to kill you, or responding with meow. And if you responded with meow, they're like, hey, you got a really great meow, and they let you go. So, it's really fun. I played it earlier. I'll probably play it a few more times on stream, because again, it's something you can just kind of pick up and go with and see what happens. So yes, Mini Bun, great gift. Very good pick.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Major Tom, I have no idea. Actually, I think that is a Beetle. This is ground control to Major Tom, leaving on a jet plane. I don't know. Fuck, I don't listen to the Beatles. I have no fucking clue what that is.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, going to the skies.
I don't think that's what it is.
I don't think it's what it is either.
I almost switched the stream over earlier because when we were waiting and Answers was playing, Mini Bun was singing along to it, and I could see her.
No, I was not.
Yo, yes, you were. That is the face of guilt that I am seeing right there. Yeah.
Nope.
Yep, you're lucky I wasn't recording.
It doesn't help that literally every time you play the Impresario, it's the exact same thing, if I can hear it through your mic.
Really? Do we need to pull up the Impresario?
Nope, we do not.
I think we do.
Because nobody needs to hear my singing voice.
Can you hear it?
Nope, I'm not going to hear it. La 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 la. Anyways.
Can you hear it?
I'm glad that you're enjoying
Can you
Overfall.
Hear it?
Did you get any other games for your birthday, Robbie?
You can hear it, can't you?
No, I cannot.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get her to sing for you guys, but it doesn't look like she's going to. You know, hiding your camera isn't going to turn the sound off. Or is that just so that you can, like, you know, like sing behind your palm?
Sing behind my palm.
Oh, okay. Did I get anything else for my birthday? I don't think so. Gosh, I hope not, because now if somebody else did send me a gift and I'm forgetting about it, I just look like a complete asshole. But nope. Apparently, there are a few people who are apparently sending me stuff. I know that Kooky is apparently sending something at some point. I don't know how long it takes to get through the mail.
Because she's just like the sweetest person.
I believe that Melky is trying to get the address for the studio so that she can send me something Xanther Sarah said that he is going to send me a game called Crawl next week, which has extremely high ratings on Steam. So yes, obviously we have a very, very, very dedicated, very loyal, and very generous following. So to everyone who has given me gifts, thought of giving me gifts, plans on giving me gifts, or at least has given me even just a happy birthday, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It does mean a lot to me, and it helps with stuff and things. So yeah, we do have an exciting show for you today. At least I think it's an exciting show. We actually have a dear friend of mine that's going to be on tonight that actually all of you don't necessarily know her, but if you are fans of Limit Break Radio and if you are contributors, subscribers over there at Limit Break Radio, you actually use her works of art nearly every single stream.
Got her poster.
Nope.
Somewhere downstairs.
Nope,
but...
not her. That's Max V.
No, not her.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope, this is a different one.
Oh, Melky?
Nope, not Melky. She's the one who made all of the little emotes for us. Minus the Yoshi, the Get Good, and the Rumpcock. She made each of the host emotes. Like the Nika Hearts, the Kalo Flirt, the Nero Angry, and the Juxta Troll. And she's also the one who drew the waiting screen for when I stream on Final Encounter Cast, a little cartoon version of me.
Oh, nice.
Yep. We also are going to have another longtime fan on the show who I've actually never spoken with on Skype before. Alright, so you know who you are. You are our second host today. Forewarning right now, if you don't have radio quality mic going on, or if you're boring, or if you're a weeaboo, or if you get into like some weeb shit, I'm going to have to kick you. It's nothing personal. I just have a certain quality that I have to maintain here on the show. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And of course, we are also... Oh gosh, I wish Silite. Someday. We'll get Silite on the show someday. And then of course, Shintasen will be on here a little bit later too, with one of his segments. I have no idea which one that he's picking. I still don't know if we're calling it bullshintery with Shintasen, or if we're calling it hashtag content. I don't know. I don't have like a card or anything. I'm so unprepared. And I always think to myself, at some point during this week, I should like get prepared and make a few more scenes and get everything up to date so that the show goes smoothly and according to plan. And then that day I'm like, I can do it tomorrow. I'm gonna play some games, or I'll do it tomorrow. I'll play some games. And then it comes time for the show, and I'm like, fuck it. We're just gonna do this shit live. So.
I feel that same way about grinding lore tomes, to be honest with you. Every time I'm about to go do them, I'm like, I'll go do my bath quests. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll go do something else. I'll go do something else.
Right?
And then I'm like, you know what? I just want to go play Town of Salem instead. I don't want to grind Anti-Tower for the third time. No, thank you.
It's the same thing with chores. Like, I finally got around to doing 2 loads of laundry today. I would have done more. I got up the motivation and determination to do more, but we ran out of laundry detergent, so I was only able to do half. Yeah. So, alright.
My thing is with chores, though, is like, at least I feel productive, and I have like an OCD problem when not OCD, obviously, but I just have a pet peeve of like dirty kitchens, dirty rooms, things like that. I mean, if it's blankets like back here, I don't mind, but if it's just dirty, then I have to clean it up. But Lord, Tomes of Ethis are not on my OCD type list. It doesn't work like that.
Tomes of Ethis? What?
Yes, they are Tomes of Ethis.
What are Tomes of Ethis?
Lore tomes.
Where do you get Ethis from?
Because Ethis is the king of lore. And Tomes of Ethis...
Oh, I get it. That's clever.
And Tomestones of Ethis sounds better than Tomestones of Lore.
You know what? You're not wrong. I will give you that. And just for those of you wondering, whenever the little mini cupcake pops up over Minibun's face, that is because I'm doing stuff on Skype, and the window capture is dumb. And if I don't, stuff like this will happen. You'll see, words and things like that. So.
Words can't think.
Yep. Well, I'm just waiting on word from my friend here. She's supposed to be waiting.
Oh, Malfested? No, I've never posted any artwork ever because I can't even draw stick figures, so...
You're a liar. I'm pretty sure that you have showed me your stuff before, and I told you it was great.
No, I've never done any art before.
Haven't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, you're like me. You do creative writing.
Yeah, I do writing. I
Yes.
don't do art.
Yep, cool.
I do dancing, and I do music, and I do writing, but I can't draw to save my life.
Does not surprise me that you also dance. Although, I feel like it kind of should. Like, I feel like you have a dancer's body, but you're clumsy. You're clumsy, right?
I am clumsy, but I actually think that it's a strength when dancing, specifically if you do like more classical dancing where you're twirling a lot, because it means you kind of know your center of balance well and you know how to fall gracefully.
Fall gracefully. Yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, whenever I spin, I know how to catch myself. Some other people do not know how to catch themselves while they're spinning.
All right. Well, I don't seem to be getting a response from Skype or Facebook from a friend, so we're gonna mix up the order a little bit here, and we are gonna bring in our second guest first today. Whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring them in here. Let's see if they answer. Hello, are you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Hey, how's it going, Raven? Yeah, I can actually hear you perfect.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, everyone, introducing our first caller today. This is Solid Raven, who I'm pretty sure you've been a pretty long time listener of all of our shows, haven't you?
Yes, since the 11 days. I was one of the limit breakers, the Star Breakers.
Oh, the Star Breakers, right? One of
Yes,
the supporters
yes.
that we had back in the 11 days. Well, cool, a legacy listener, excellent.
Nice.
You know what? For some reason, how you sound wasn't what I was expecting. I think that I was expecting a little more like younger, higher pitch sounding sort of voice. I don't know why, but
It must be, since I live in New Jersey, that's what usually happens.
That could very well be it. Yeah. So welcome, Solid Raven. I know that you've been wanting to get in on the show here for a while now. Both you and actually this happens quite a bit. This happens quite a bit from people when we're discussing some type of thing, be it like last time Sonic and Crash Bandicoot came up quite a while, and I'd get all kinds of
Sonic.
Fuck Sonic.
Excuse me, what?
I'd get a lot of messages on Skype like, oh, I want to get on this conversation. I have a few things to say. And you know what, guys? A lot of people have a few things to say, but not just anybody can get in on this. This isn't a circus we run. I sit down every day before this show and I plan it out meticulously, okay? A lot of thought and a lot of effort goes into these shows. Visenya, you shut your mouth, okay? Contrary to what I said earlier when I said that I just wing it, I was just being modest. I actually put a lot of work into this show, to the point where I actually invited Visenya, Melky, and Shintasin into a very private, very top secret, that you should forget about after I tell you, Facebook chat, so that they could do all the work for me. Alright? So today's topic that we're going to talk about later if we have time is...
I am very proud to announce that I did no work whatsoever.
No, nothing. Visenya does nothing. I don't know why I invited her in. She is not the brain behind this show. She is definitely just the looks, and then look, I go and I cover her face up with a cupcake that looks like a cat. And a strawberry.
Yeah, I'm the looks. I look like I'm about to die right now.
It has a bow, so that's cool. So Solid Raven, again.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the
Thank
show.
you. Thank
So
you.
obviously, the first thing that we'd like to do here is we'd like to get to know a little bit more about you. So, besides, the whole Limit Break Radio fan thing, and, obviously you've played Final Fantasy 14 and 11.
Yes.
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 What kind of games are you into?
I'm into a variety of different games. I do play MMOs. I also play Star Wars: The Old Republic besides this game, because it's from BioWare, and I always liked their games. The storytelling is really great.
Sold out.
Yes, but now they're stuck with EA, and
I've also heard a lot of the main core team. They're all gone now. They've all been scattered to the wind.
Yes, yes, they are, and also they had to stop their Cantina tours because of the fact that the quality of the game was getting so bad that for their latest expansion, which is Knights of the Fallen Empire, they had to bring back all of their team members so that they can do better writing. Now it's episodic content. They also brought back the voice actors for whoever did the class characters. So David Hayter, which Nate is a huge fan of, he is the Jedi Knight, where Gray Delise is the voice actress for the Bounty Hunter, or which a lot of the people in the community considers themselves as Mandalorians, because I play on a role-playing server and I'm actually part of a Mandalorian role-playing group, as well as a co-leader in another multi-game guild, which actually has their own Final Fantasy 14 faction.
Yeah, didn't
which I'm leading.
Was it SWTOR that got the new writer recently?
Yes.
I feel like what I remember seeing of that particular article, people weren't actually very happy with the writer that they got. Wasn't she? Was she the Dragon Age 2 writer?
I think so. I'm not sure about that, but a lot of people were not happy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still working on a lot of things. I mean, they're putting a lot of content into public test servers, and they're still having problems with the programming. Things are not working right. There's supposed to be a lightsaber that's supposed to work like Kylo Ren's, where when you activate it, it's supposed to be, having that effect where it looks like it's about to burst, but it's not working right now. It's just look like lightning arcs are just circling around it.
Okay, all right. So besides SWTOR,
EA ruins everything good.
yeah, I try to think about it.
Rip.
I actually just found out recently, for some reason I'm behind the curve, that EA took over BioWare, and they're BioWare now pretty much in name only. And
yeah,
ugh.
Plus
I
the
will never
CEO's left.
Yeah.
Now everyone's waiting to see what's happening with Mass Effect Andromeda, and there's people leaving with that now.
Yeah. Although I will say this, okay? We'll say this. As much flack as Dragon Age 2 got, I actually avoided it for so long because obviously it got a slew of really bad reviews, and even Penny Arcade wasn't very fond of it, and that was kind of the deciding factor for me not to play it. I'm like, all right, look, Dragon Age, was really, really great, and Origins and stuff like that was all phenomenal. And then I kind of heard all this stuff from Dragon Age 2, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I guess I'll just skip it. I'll just stop with what I got. And then when Inquisitions was coming out, when that got announced, I'm like, well, I don't really want to skip the second one to go into it. So I ended up getting Dragon Age 2, and I loved it. I think I mentioned actually on Final Encountercast one time how I liked it, and I think the guys just assumed that I was joking or trying to play devil's advocate. But, I mean, I thought that it was really good, so...
Yeah,
I'd
I'd say from what I played from the demo is that it's a lot better than Dragon Age Origins. So, and I have Dragon Age Inquisition. I only played a little bit of it because I have so much on my plate in terms of games. I do want to play it, but also my GF wants me to beat Mass Effect 2 so that I can finally get on the Mass Effect 3.
Oh, yeah. No, hands down,
multiplayer.
that's what you gotta do. Yup. I mean, look, I'm in the same boat with Inquisition. I got just to the point where you're supposed to, choose a side, and I'd already put, 50 hours into it at that point already, just doing all the side stuff, so... But yeah, no, Mass Effect 2, hands down, get that done. You probably shouldn't even be here. You should definitely be playing Mass Effect 2
Oh, yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
but the problem is I got 3 different versions of Mass Effect 3. I got the PC version with the collector's edition. I got the Wii U version, which is now considered a rare game because EA will not make any games for Nintendo right now. And I have the Trilogy edition from PlayStation 3. So.
Okay, well, hold on
But I'm
now.
working on the PC edition because I can actually stream that and people can come in and watch.
Okay, well, hold on. You played Mass Effect 1, I assume, right?
Yes.
Was that on the PC as well?
Yes.
So you were able to load all your data from Mass Effect 1 into Mass Effect 2?
Yes.
Do you have... And you said you do have Mass Effect 3 for the PC?
Yes.
Well, then that's what you're playing it on, because the
Yes.
game's just not the same unless you can, forward all your data. Even knowing what I knew, because I played through Mass Effect a total of 4 times now. The first time that I got...
Right.
Well, no, I actually got Mass Effect 2. I got Mass Effect 2 first. not really knowing much about it, and then when it was kind of explained to me, I'm like, well, I can't just play Mass Effect 2 without playing the first one then.
Exactly.
And a friend of mine at the time, Frank, who I knew up at college, he worked at GameStop, he's like, look, dude, I have a collector's edition of Mass Effect 2, or Mass Effect 1, that I have being held right now. If you come up today, I'll let you take it, and then, I can just borrow it, or, I'll get my own copy somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So I went and I did that, and I played through ME1 as a male shep, or bro shep, as we like to call him in the fandom. And I was a Paragon, and then I played through 2. And then I went back and played as a Renegade Fem Shep, which, oh god. Oh, Fem Shep is the best Shep! As Renegade, and then I played through the second one. And then when Mass Effect 3 was announced, I went back and did both of those playthroughs a second time leading up to the release of Mass Effect 3. So, I mean, at that point, like I know both of these games, right? And I knew like what decisions in the first one would lead to what decisions in the second one. But there was stuff that happened in the third one that, happened because of consequences in the first one that I never even could have thought would have happened that far ahead. And, God, the games are just a masterpiece.
Well, also the fact that I did not have the DLC to Lair of the Shadow Broker, and... So I'm replaying 2 because of the fact that I didn't like certain things that I've chosen, because... The first time that I played Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2, I had a romance with Liara, and really I didn't want to have a romance with either Ashley or Liara. It just happened with Liara. And then as I'm playing Mass Effect 2, I'm playing as, male Shepard, who's a spacer, who actually was able to defend the Blitz. Because that's more Paragon story. As I'm playing it, I actually wanted to romance with Tali since Mass Effect 1.
Oh, of course.
So when I learned that you can romance with Tali, I'm like, I'm on it. I'm sorry, I am on it. Mm-hmm. And also, my data from the first time I played Mass Effect 2 got corrupted. So
that's too bad. But yeah, no, if you haven't played Lair of the Shadow Broker yet, yeah, that's a definite reason to go back. That was easily one of the best DLCs ever.
The DLC that goes into 3, I think it was Arrival.
Yes, something like that. Yep.
You have to play that, because if you don't play that in 3, you are not going to be able to understand.
Yeah, some stuff's going to be a little confusing. Yeah, definitely. So, all right. Now, if at any point I ask you any questions that you decide you don't want to answer for whatever reason, we start to get a little bit too personal, by all means, just tell me to shut the hell up.
Sure.
How old are you? You sound like you're an older gamer.
Yes, I'm actually 31.
Okay, 31. So actually, not that much older than a lot of us.
Right.
I think a Nero and Juxta are around that age too, though. So, all right. So you've been around for a while, then. I assume you've probably been gaming your whole life, right?
Oh yes. I started out with Nintendo, the NES, when I was around 5, because I needed it for my hand-eye coordination.
Oh, well, there you go. So growing up, I mean, what kind of games were you into? I mean, from what you've told us right now, obviously you're a big RPG gamer.
Mario, Zelda, Mega Man, Metroid. I mean, I was really into Metroid because I loved the exploration, as well as
all the classics, right?
The beat-em-ups with Ninja Turtles, as well as Streets of Rage, Battletoads, Double Dragon.
Battletoads!
Oh, Visenya, come on, you're not old enough to play
Ninja Gaiden.
No, but I did buy several old systems when I turned like 14, and I tried to get through Battletoads, and I couldn't. Well, I don't think anybody can get through Battletoads.
I was going to say, I don't think anybody can either, yeah.
That game killed me as a child.
My first RPG when I was a kid was actually Dragon Warrior, but I really didn't understand how to play it, though, so it was really frustrating for me at the time, because you didn't know it was more open-ended, and you can go wherever you want. Even though I had the strategy guide to it, it was just that I was really more into the action games as a kid.
Mm-hmm. And which of those did you tend to stick through, growing up through the generations? The actions or the RPGs?
The actions, but then when I got older, I discovered Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy VII on PC, actually.
Oh, Final Fantasy VII. Come on, talk to me about Final Fantasy VII now. Tell me what I want to hear, buddy.
I actually really enjoyed it, and it was one of my firsts to actually own. in terms of Final Fantasy, but the first Final Fantasy game that I got to play was over a friend's house, and that was actually Final Fantasy VI.
Yes.
Fantasy VI. We don't
Talk
need
to me
talk
about Final
this.
Fantasy
We
VI.
don't need to talk about this.
Talk to me about Final Fantasy VI.
I gotta say, the ensemble cast for that game was truly amazing.
Right.
And I love the fact that Kefka is one of those villains that will actually get the job done, and
Yes.
you just hate him even more.
And I think I haven't had a moment in a game like I had in 6 where halfway through the game you just feel hopeless. You're like, holy shit, how do I come back from this? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah, and then I just, I read up a lot about Final Fantasy IV when I was a kid. It's just that I didn't have a Super Nintendo then. I had a Sega Genesis, but, when I was in college, I was able to pick up a Super Nintendo. Plus, I was able to get the PS1 versions of Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6, and they fixed a lot, in terms of the localization and all. It's more of the actual dialogue that they wanted to have, but knowing that Nintendo of America at the time had to censor it because they were making sure that they had a hold on things because censorship, the religious items as well as dialogue.
Sometimes it's actually really surprising for me what actually gets censored by our localization team. When it comes over from Japan. I mean, that certain places like China gets hit heavy by censorship and stuff like that. But,
Any character that's made of bones has to be like covered up. There can be no
bones,
blood.
You can't show any bones at all. Yeah, I think one of the things that was surprising for me, actually surprising for a lot of people, in Final Fantasy XIV, there was the main character Harshenfant, which is apparently described as being very flamboyant in the original version. They took all that out for the American release.
Which is so stupid.
It is.
Yeah,
I mean, for any of us who are progressive and accepting of equal rights, you're absolutely right. That just seems so stupid and dumb. And I don't necessarily think that necessarily says anything about Square Enix's views, but obviously the way that they view our, I think because what you have to remember is
how they view us.
Exactly, because they made him that way to begin with. So it's not like they're necessarily against that, but it obviously speaks, I think, leagues about us as a culture that they thought it would be better received if they were to take it out completely. Big surprise.
It really sucks. It really sucks because of the fact that with our political climate happening right now, it's it's kind of we
can you blame them? I guess.
No, I don't blame them, but I mean, it's sad that they had to do that.
Yeah, it is.
But we actually get to see a little bit of that happen with Harshenfront's brother. If you have played the main storyline for this update, you hear something coming out when
you're right near the end there.
Servant says, I got some scars, and he goes, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, I kind of got a little weird vibe from that too.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah,
it was more of
kind of a vibe from it. I thought I got more of a like big brother teasing little brother vibe from that.
True. No, like yeah. If we were to actually break it down to what the actual reason probably was, you're right. But I couldn't help but make a few mental notes to make jokes about it on the next show.
Yeah.
But actually, even bigger problem though in the headlines. I don't know if you guys have seen this. And again, it's Square Enix is the one who's kind of being put up on the chopping block there. But Bravely Second is apparently it's been put through so much censorship by the localization team.
I'm not surprised
that it's almost unplayable.
I'm not surprised. They did the same thing with Bravely Default. They censored so many things.
But that was still a great game.
It was. Saying they already kind of went crazy with Bravely Default, but remember, Square Enix didn't even expect that game to really go anywhere.
That's true. So you think they would have learned their lesson?
Passion project. And then they went with Bravely Second. They went, well, this one's definitely going to be popular because Bravely Default is popular. Therefore, we need to censor it for America. What I do not get though about Final Fantasy XIV is they censored Harshenfant But they made a huge point in saying when they added the marriage system, you can marry anybody you want to, any race, any gender.
Yeah, but that's
But
not
we're
something.
going to censor Horshaphant.
That the marriage thing is something that's optional. You know, that if people don't want to have themselves subjected to that, then they just don't go to, you know, a wedding between a man and a man or a woman and a woman. Whereas the Harshafant thing is like constantly in your face, and the fact that that's your character interacting with him, you know, there are some things that I mean, there's a line where Emmerich says, you know, there's no way that I can pay you enough, but after all this is done, I damn well intend to try, right? Which I'm like, is Emmerich coming on to me? Because it kind of feels like he's coming on to me a little bit. So if there was somebody who was outwardly flamboyant, there could be a lot of people out there who
also
who are offended by that. I mean, not that I give a fuck what they think, because I think that Harshafant being flamboyant would have been fucking hilarious.
I don't know any extreme conservatives who play video games.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Especially
you'll be surprised.
Games with magic.
Yeah.
Magic
Also, the
against the
fact
Bible.
that one of the characters in the Zelda games, if you played Skyward Sword or if you even played Hyrule Warriors, I think it's Agagnin. He's one of the characters. He hits on Link.
It's extremely flamboyant.
Yes, very flamboyant, and it even shocks Link as well.
Yes, that's true. Frosty
by the way.
Betrayer. He's saying you can still be gay and not flamboyant, and you can be flamboyant and not gay. That is
there are
completely
plenty of
true.
characters in other games that were gay and not flamboyant. Like in Guild Wars 2, nobody batted an eye whenever Kaith ended up being gay. Everybody was like, oh cool, she's a lesbian. Cool. Doesn't act like super butch, isn't super out there or anything, she just happens to like a chick. I'm like, why do you have to... Not every gay person has to be super flamboyant.
That's true, and I think that's probably something that a lot of media overlooks. And I think one of the reasons that a lot of people who are either against that kind of thing or people who maybe don't necessarily care to be involved in that kind of thing is sometimes they get their panties in a twist when they feel like it's being forced into their face. Like, if any kind of LGBT character is in any kind of movie or TV show or book or game, it's like they're trying to make a statement with it, right? Instead of them just being there and it being naturally. And I know that I've talked about it on the stream before, but there is a amazing series on Netflix called Sense8. Yes. Oh God.
That is that's one show that doesn't like throw all this stuff in your face,
exactly.
But it does show you what people struggle with.
More than
based
half
on
of the main characters, are some LGBT, transgendered. More than half of them, but it's not like in your face with it. It's not like, oh look, he's gay or she's transgendered and blah 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 blah. But it actually plays a very central part to the story. Like if the one character wasn't transgendered, then their whole story arc would be completely different. So they need to be transgendered, but it's so natural. I've ranted and raved about it before. If you haven't watched Sense8, go and watch it. It's an amazing show.
I do have to say though that one show that I felt handled it very well was the original version of Glee. There's this section or this episode where the obviously gay kid is like, oh, I'm like really concerned about my dad coming here and him visiting me, and you're like, oh, it's because you're gay, aren't you? Like, that's your assumption watching it, is he's not okay with you being gay, and his dad comes out and he's like, I'm not okay with you being into music. And you're like, oh, that just completely subverted my expectations right there.
Alright,
it's so typical in shows these days to have like a parent who's like, I'm not okay that you are gay.
I mean, even with Family Guy, Quagmire's dad turned out to be gay and wanted to be transgendered, and and Quagmire dealt with it. He said that it was weird at the time, but you know what? You're still my dad, and I still love you for that.
Yeah.
All right. Really quick, I actually we've had a few developments here, so that I just want to get you caught up on this really quickly. First of all, my first guest that I was going to bring, which is my friend Luna, who did a bunch of the art for us, is actually indisposed, so she won't be able to make it tonight. Sad face.
Oh no.
But I do have a backup guest I'm going to be bringing in here next. Secondly, though, and I'm actually going to be reminding you guys of this a few times throughout the night, But Nate is currently without power right now.
Oh no.
No idea why. He's trying to get a hold of Comcast. They don't really have anything that they're really going on, like, nothing to help him troubleshoot with or whatever. But it's supposed to be getting back to him tomorrow, like around 9 or 10 o'clock. But there is a chance that if his power isn't back up, that there won't be a live show. I think that they might still plan on trying to record 14 and putting that out. I know that if they don't have power, they will not be doing Final Encounter Cast tomorrow. But we are trying to at least get up some type of streaming schedule so that you do have something to tune into tomorrow, that you're not left completely without us by any stretch. So tune in. Make sure that you're kind of paying attention to Twitter or our Facebook, and we'll try to keep you guys up to date on the situation. All right.
This is obviously our evil plan, everybody. We actually cut Nate's power so we can have Late Night Show with Calalandis and Minibun Part 2.
In the morning, though.
In the morning.
The early show. Yeah. All right, so Raven, last question about you. That, again, I like to ask everybody. What moment did you realize that you identify as a gamer?
When I was a kid, when I was 5 years old, when I started to love Nintendo games, that I knew I was a gamer. But there wasn't a word for it back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was more as a small collective of people liking video games. It hasn't come into pop culture because it was like, ew, you like video games? Ew.
Oh yeah, no, it was rough back then. It was same type of thing. Being a into tabletops. I mean, that's something we could get into the show one night. But just like the war.
It's still like that for tabletops.
Well, it's not. No, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. And maybe I mean, I was even too young to have been involved with this myself. But I mean, I've read up on it a lot. But like the war that that Christians raged against Dungeons and Dragons back when it was first during its first inception was absolutely insane and asinine, and there's pamphlets and stuff that are still in existence that try and tie it to suicides and murders and it was crazy stuff. And I mean, you know what, next time that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a little bit of that because that's insane and crazy. But okay, so when you were a kid, obviously, when games first started coming out, but was there a particular game or a particular moment that sort of helped you to realize that?
It was Mario, Zelda. When I was a kid, after playing the video game, I would go outside and explore the woods that was in the backyard and all. I would actually go exploring because there was a park area that I lived nearby. So
right,
I did a lot of that. I mean, even with the Mega Man games and all the action titles of that, I played. I knew I was a gamer, but I was also doing martial arts, playing piano, doing music. I was, I had a very active and childhood where I was actually outside as well. So it wasn't just playing video games. I was actually outside more, and with the thanks with the video games, I actually had a very huge imagination when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely understand that. I mean, Nate's told us a story about why Metal Gear Solid is so close to his heart. He was at that same age where you still went out and played outside and did make believe and pretend and stuff like that. And for him, pretending to be Snake, was something that he did with his friends. So yeah, no, I totally get that. For me at that age, it was me and my cousins, got a lot of cousins, a lot of brothers and sisters. It was always playing Power Rangers, So.
Yeah, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. I mean, Ghostbusters, even Samurai and Ninja Warriors and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. A few things that I wanted to address to the chat really quick. First of all, V Musoa says, "I'm a Christian. I play D&D." Yes, that's fine. We are definitely living in a very radically different world nowadays than what they were back then.
Even back then, it was mostly fundamentalist.
Yeah.
And
the same kind of people.
It's always the fundamentalists, like the super evangelical people who think that all video games are evil. I have a friend who isn't allowed to play Horde in World of Warcraft because his mother thinks that the Horde is from the devil, and obviously devil worshippers, so he can only play Alliance.
Oh.
And nothing that casts magic.
Yup, there are guilds that you come across in World of Warcraft, composed of people like this, that like you can only be a paladin or a priest. Like that's it. There are guilds who will only let paladins or priests into them.
But
Oh
were
my
they
God.
role-playing guilds?
Can I tell you guys a crazy story?
No,
Sure.
you are not allowed to tell crazy. Hey, Raven, this is my show. I decide who tells stories on this, okay? And yes, Mini Bun, you may tell a story.
I used to be like a really big beta player for MMOs. Like, I got invited to most MMOs because people knew me as a beta tester because I did find bugs very easily and things like that because I break games very easily. So I got invited to this one. I think it was called Last Vigil or something. That might have been it. It was like a small game. And I got invited to this guild called Genesis. Before the game even started, somebody private messaged me because I was on the forums, and they were like, "Hey, you should join my guild. We are a Christian guild, and this is what we do." And I was like, I would rather not join a guild before I, start the game, but thank you for your offer. And he was like, "What, are you not one with Christ? Are you a Satan worshiper? Are you this? Are you that? Are you going to play a witch?" I was like, "Oh my God, leave me alone. No, I'm not religious. Please, go away." It was so weird, and this person kept messaging me until I quit the game.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Did they not have a blacklist feature?
They did, but this person would make new accounts, and he would send his
Oh
other
my
guild
God.
mates after me because I denied his guild request. I'm like, why do you care so much?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy stuff, but there unfortunately are people out there like that who are fucking insane. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and bring our next guest in, because it's about that time of the show. So this is a surprise emergency guest. A lot of you though will recognize him, hopefully. So here we go.
Oh no. Can we kick him?
Hey Gordor, how's it going, man? Gordor, you there?
No, he's not.
Uh-oh, he picked up, right?
Hello.
Yeah,
There he is! Hey, what's going on, man?
man?
Hey there.
What's up?
Not a whole lot, buddy. What's
Can we
been
play the
going on?
cat
What's
song?
up? We're not gonna
No,
play the
let's
cat
not
song.
play the cat
For
song.
one, I don't have the cat song, okay?
Why
Thank
do you not have a
God.
cat song?
Because
I will
Because it's
find the cat
old and
song.
annoying.
why would I have the cat song just sitting around? Like, that's not something that I'm just like, oh, hey, I'm just gonna play the cat song now.
Because the cat song is amazing.
I will make sure to get the cat song to you specifically then, Bun. Alright? If that's
Okay.
something that you enjoy, I will send you the artist's cut of the cat song.
No, it's okay. I can just go on to Ellie's stream and she plays it like once a night.
What? She has the cat song?
Ellie listens to like all these different cat songs that are just cats that are auto-tuned.
I feel like she stole that from us. She stole our cat song. I'm gonna have to talk with that girl. That's what's gonna have
It's
to happen.
amazing.
Okay, I need to address something else really quick here. Okay, so I have somebody who wants to be next, who keeps trying to call. I'm going to assume that you are probably new to watching The Late Show. Okay, so just for anybody out there who's probably new, and maybe I'll have to do this every show, I don't know, but let me give you the little spiel here really quick. So The Late Show is still kind of in its infancy. This is only episode 4, and yes, the main draw of this show is being able to call in and sort of have a chat with us and get to know us. Now, normally we have 2 guests a night. If the Late Show ends up becoming a little bit bigger, or I decide to expand the length of it, then by all means we can probably have rotate more people in there. I mean, obviously it's popular, so that might be what we have to do, Mini Bun. But normally I kind of pre-select people sort of beforehand that I know can hold a conversation. You know, sorry to everybody out there, but not everybody is radio material. Not everybody can get on here and be able to form their thoughts appropriately. Not everyone has a voice for radio. Not everyone has mic quality for radio or streaming, whatever the fuck you know what I mean. And there actually has been a few times where I've had someone on that kind of was, I mean, great people, nice people, nothing wrong with them as people, but there's just something about them that kind of jives wrong with people, and I've actually had people in chat say, you know what, this is really turning me off, I'm going to bow out for a while, right? So it is up to me when people come on to be able to determine, are you good for the show,
you
are
shouldn't
you
talk
bad
about
for the
Brad
show?
like that.
Talk about who?
Amazing.
I hope he's listening.
I missed the name, who?
He
Brad.
probably is.
Brad. Oh, Ryuichi. No,
Oh.
Ryuichi did fine. He actually did fine. He did fine.
We need more Carletta in our lives.
Oh, Carletta is
Yes.
just crazy. She's a hoot. I think
Yes.
I owe her a thing. So I'm not going to call the person out.
Carletta is beautiful and has a gorgeous voice, and
so-
I love her.
Yeah, so I don't want
And
to
she's
call out the
also the most OP plague doctor in Darkest Dungeon ever.
All right,
She
so I don't want to
everyone's
call the
spirit
person out
animal.
who's trying to call
Yes.
in. But if you are new to the show, please hit that follow button. Come back here with us, and maybe one of these times you can be on the show. But step one of getting on the show, which is what this person did. So you did take the first step. Congratulations. Is adding me on Skype, which is right down there. LBR Kahlo. You can also add me on Steam if you want. Kahlo_Landis. And there's our Twitter and our Twitches and blah 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 and all that stuff. I need to change that Twitch. We're on fucking Final Encounter Cast. So anyway, that's that, and now we're back to this. So Gordor,
Yes.
been a long-time friend of mine. Actually, we've known each other for quite some time.
Since for what, like 10 years now?
Yeah, Final Fantasy XI. That's right. In fact,
Yeah.
we met through Akeem, didn't we?
No, we went through Kylera.
Oh, Kylara. Yeah. Are you still in contact with either of them?
No, actually not. I lost her phone number when my phone decided to explode.
Yeah, right when all that stuff was happening, when Final Fantasy first sort of started, and like I was meeting all these people in MMOs. Facebook wasn't really that big a thing, and I think it was kind of weird back then to be like, hey, add me on Facebook. We don't know each other.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to still be in contact with some of them. Kylara.
Yeah, I haven't
Isman,
talked to
Akeem.
Akeem in years.
Oh gosh, I know. In fact, we only kind of found you accidentally because you stumbled back onto us over at Limit Break Radio.
Yeah, someone turned me back onto it, and I was like, okay, so they're doing this again, alright.
Yup, round two.
Go ahead and check it out and see, and hey, y'all put out a good product, I support the product.
Yep, so
that's just the way it works.
It's brought you back into our lives. Oh joy.
Don't you just love brand loyalty?
Well, yeah, there's some truth to be said to that. So Gordor, I don't know if you've actually managed to catch the late night show before or not, but obviously I kind of try to model it after the idea of a late night show. Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Fallon, John Oliver, stuff like that.
Yep.
I'm a lot more handsome than they are. Maybe not as funny as they are, but
definitely not as funny, and
yeah. All right. So, but obviously it's dedicated to gaming. So that's what we want to do. I want to bring gamers on here. I want to give people a chance to get to know some other people. Hear some of the opinions that they share, and maybe strike up some conversations that.
I didn't catch what game y'all were talking about before I joined the call.
Well, again, it's kind of very organic and just sort of flows, and we just kind of talk about whatever sort of comes up.
No, I didn't. I just didn't catch the name of the game that she was talking about earlier, where someone kept bugging her about joining the guild.
It's like Last Vigil or something, I think.
I actually had something similar happen, but it was way back in the day, like before Final Fantasy XI. I was playing the Two Towers Online, which was a MUD game. I don't know if y'all remember MUDs.
Oh yes, I mean I've never played them, but quite
And
familiar.
I had a guy who was the leader of an assassin guild, and he wanted me to switch to an assassin and join his guild. But he wanted me to do it so I can kill a bunch of people so they wouldn't get in trouble for it. And, where I'm always down to kill people, I was like, dude, no, you're crazy. I'm not going to do that. And apparently, crazy was his trigger word. So I had to change my name twice because he found me twice and had his entire guild kill me every single time I logged in. No matter where I was, they found me and killed me.
You couldn't just like
Holy
make a new
shit.
character or something?
Tried that. That's why he found me twice. First time I changed my name. Second time I made a brand new character.
Oh,
He still
wow.
found me. apparently one of my other friends, or quote unquote friends, was feeding him information about my whereabouts.
Yeah, see now that really sucks. Obviously nowadays, that kind of stuff is treated as griefing, but still in some cases, so long as you're following the TOS, it's still hard to get people caught on some of that stuff. So that is unfortunate.
Oh, I've done that before. I've camped somebody. I did that in Terra. Because we were in a guild battle, and this one person decided they were going to kill one of our newest recruits, who was like level 5 and just trying to get through their, get to end game. And she was so sweet and all that, and I was just like, how dare you kill this little precious person? You are dying.
This little flower, we're trying to cultivate her into a beautiful blossom, and you're just stepping on it?
I camped them with 3 other guild members until they logged off and didn't log back on for 2 days.
Now, in cases like that where someone kind of deserves it, yeah, I'm all for that, right? But like when I played World of Warcraft, me and my benefactor, we started playing it together, and we started out on a PvP server, and she would just be out minding her own business, like not doing anything to anybody, and people would just show up somewhere and decide, you know what, fuck you, we're gonna ruin your day. And camp you for hours and hours and hours, where she logged off for 3 hours, logged back on, and they were still waiting for her. Like,
Okay,
do you
to
not
be
have
fair,
anything
I
better
used to do that
do?
to people in Rift. I used to do when I played Rift. I used to do that because I was an assassin, and so I would just wait for people to log in and then just wreck their face and go on by my business and wait for them to come back and get their stuff and wreck their face again.
Well, you,
Rift was
sir,
such a
are
good
an asshole.
MMO. Rift was
I
such a
am
good
an
MMO
ass.
for griefing.
You've known me for how long, and you're just now figuring that out?
Yes, no, I'm aware. I'm just making sure everybody else knows, alright?
I'm a very nice person if you get to know me, but I have those times where
I know
I
you
just
and you're still an
need to kill
asshole.
people. I just have those
Griefing
times
is
where I need
fun.
to kill people.
Okay, look,
Griefing can be very fun.
there are-
especially if somebody deserves it.
there are a few things that I have found to be absolutes during my time on the stream, okay? The first one being that Skuro is a fucking knobhead, and nobody
He
likes
is.
him.
I've
Okay?
played with
Dude,
him.
he has the weirdest ideas, like that whole spaceship thing. Oh, I wanted to smack him in his mouth. I really did. It's like, how are you going to fit a spaceship inside of the Final Fantasy universe?
Yep.
How in the hell?
It was
do you
actually a
expect to do
space station.
Was it a space
It was a
station?
space station, yes.
Because he told me a spaceship.
Oh, well, he's changing his story now. Yeah, that's even less likely. Number 2 is that Mini Bun is a bun. Okay? It is known. Alright?
It is known.
And number 3 is that Goro's an asshole.
I am not an asshole to everybody. Just like,
Most people.
yeah, I'll go there. Most people, yes. Not everyone, though.
Alright, well, Gordor, obviously I know you play Final Fantasy XI. We all know that you're into Final Fantasy XIV, although I feel I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to?
Just getting everything ready, trying to move. I'm moving in like a month,
That's
so.
right, you're moving and you have a wedding coming up too, don't
Yes,
you, buddy?
Congratulations.
25th.
25th
June 25th.
of June. Okay, so still a little ways away, but right.
About 3 months.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
See,
but congratulations.
Thank you very much. And see, once I do move, then I'll actually be on more because I'm trying to get to first shift at my job so that I can play more and play with y'all more and and kind of do some stuff with y'all again because that's where I enjoy having the time is playing with friends and hanging out.
Yeah, and
Gordor.
honestly, Gordor, I feel like you don't ever really do a lot for me, but I have to say, and then normally I could give a fuck less, when it comes.
Because you don't ask.
Just hold on, let me finish, okay? Let me get this out there, okay? It's very sentimental. I don't do this a lot, but okay.
Here we go.
Now, shut up, okay? You're devaluing what's about to come out and what's about to happen, okay? So just listen, please. All right? Normally, I could care less what other people are doing, their relationships, who they're with, blah, 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 stuff like that. And in fact, most of the time when I see couples together, I hate them for it because I am a vengeful, spiteful little bastard, right?
You
but
hate boy bun?
Very true.
no, I like boy bun, but YouTube It's dumb. You should just break up so that everyone be as miserable like I am. but knowing that you found true love, someone that can accept you for who you are, and that the two of you are getting married and you want to spend the rest of your life together, it actually, for once, kind of fills me with a little bit of like happiness and hope. Because, I mean, if you can find somebody, then eventually I'm going to be able to as well, so...
I know.
Thank you for that, Gordor.
And you look better than I do, so...
Well, thanks. I've never seen a picture of you, so I'll just take your word for it.
No, Gordor, you do need to, like, play more, because since we got the Discord set up, it's been so much fun to wipe with these nerds in certain
Well, I mean, y'all
trials.
can invite me at any time.
Not that you're actually ever even on Bun. We needed somebody earlier to play with us, and you weren't there.
Like
I
I
was
said,
doing homework and playing Dark Heresy.
Yeah, I
If
know. I
I'm-
know you were playing fucking Town of Salem. I saw your little thing popping up down in my corner. I know what you play. Big Kahlo is
Okay.
watching.
if y'all are on and I'm on and y'all want to do something, hit me up.
You know, the problem is I always forget your character name because you're not Gordor.
No, I'm not, and I was thinking about changing it. I just can't think of the last name.
I'll help you think of that last name, because yeah, you definitely need to be
Gordor
Gordor.
Dickweed.
Just like fucking
There we go.
Skuro
No,
needs to change
that
his
doesn't
shitty ass
sound
name
good.
from Lilith McFucking Cockface to Skuro McCockface.
Did he actually change his name to Skuro?
No, he's still
No.
Lilith.
Oh,
Dumbass.
yeah. Like when I first saw Lilith, I was like,
Who the
wait,
fuck
and
is
then
that?
y'all kept calling him Skuro. I was like, wait, that's not a girl.
Yep.
No, it's
Girl, I'll
not.
play with you tonight.
I mean,
Don't
he,
be
he,
needy.
he is a girl, but you know.
So, all right, Gordor, back to the original question. So besides, the games that we know you play, what kind of stuff are you into?
RPGs, fighter games. Like I'm really, like trying to hurry up and once I move, I can get my PS4, and so I can get Street Fighter 5 because that would be fun.
I've never actually been very big into fighting games. Few exceptions. Obviously, Super Smash Bros. Was always fun.
I played just about anything except for sports games because they've gotten way too complicated.
Or nowadays, like I feel like they're the same thing every single year.
They are, and it's really the graphics get a little bit better, just a hair better, but they're still the same game over and over again. And I don't understand. I really just don't understand how people play them constantly like that. Like, I play MMOs where I can find them. Yes, I did try Blade and Soul. It was fun for a minute.
Yeah, it was.
It was really pretty and really flashy, but the story sucked balls.
Yeah, the story was
and-
not that good. And
And the most satisfying part of that game is the combos once you figure them out, but there's nothing in there to show you how to figure them out. You have to basically hit buttons until something else pops up, and then you go, oh, so I do that into that, sweet.
Well,
And
maybe
then
you can look up a
find-
Mr. Happy guide.
No, we're not going there. No.
I was never very good at one of the fighting games that I think always popped up a lot when we were up at Central, up at college with Chris and our other friends. Was the Soul Calibur series. They were really, really big into that.
Love Soul Calibur.
I
Love
was
Soul
never
Soul
able-
Calibur is so much fun.
I
the
played.
second one was
I
the best.
played. I played Soul Calibur 4 until my disc broke. It literally broke in half.
Wow.
Wow.
I've never
Wow.
been able to
Which
get
did
into
you
the Soul
play?
Caliburs before.
360 at that time.
Okay, I was playing PS3.
Yeah, like I did all the stuff on 360. Got Yoda, got Darth Vader, got the Star Killer. Got everybody, and try to map. See, I'm a person that, and I'll button mash for the first like maybe 2 or 3 games, and then once I start figuring out combos, I stop button mashing, and I can't stand people who button mash constantly.
Well,
I've been
let
dealing
me-
with that with Street Fighter 4
People
as of
button
late.
match so much, and it's like, oh my god, learn how to play the fucking game.
Never touched any of the Street Fighters except for the original. In fact, the three fighting games I've ever been into, one of them I know you'll recognize, Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore. I was actually pretty good in that with a few characters.
Yeah. like that one.
Yeah, I used Hayabusa a lot in that game.
The other two, let's see if you guys actually, if you have any knowledge of these two games. The first one is X-Men Mutant Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Either of you guys
Heard of it?
Any
Never
of you guys
got
played
to
that?
play it.
Yep.
I used
Played
to
that
rent
one.
it.
Yep, played that. Kicked ass with Gambit. And then the other one was a Star
Right,
Wars
man.
fighting game called the Knights of Kiritaga, I think.
Yes.
Heard of
yes.
it? Never
I've
played
heard of it. Never played it.
Terrible game. Terrible game.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah.
decent at that. I was decent at it.
But like, yeah, it just. I used to play the Ninja Gaiden series.
Yes, me too.
Oh god, I loved. The sole reason I love that game so much is because it reminded me of the old X-Men, the old Mega Man games, where it was like, we're going to kick your ass, you're going to die, and you're going to like it.
Yes, that and Castlevania. Those were the the games.
Oh my god, what they did in Castlevania will always break my heart because that was one of my first video game series that I ever really
Lord
been
of
to.
Shadows and Lord of Shadows
Don't even talk to me about it.
Well, here, Visenya, if it makes you feel any better, someone in the chat is asking, yo, that bung girl is cute. She single?
Hi, Ellie.
How's it going,
She-
Ellie? Thank you so
She
much
said
for stopping
sniggle.
by. Oh, she did say sniggle. Are you? So, Bun, the chat is curious now. Are you sniggle?
I am not sniggle.
She is not sniggle, Ellie. I am so sorry. You sniggle, baby. Let me get.
I'll cuddle you all day, though, girl. Let me buy you a pizza. I keep trying to get you a pizza.
Well, hello, Ellie. Welcome, welcome over to Final Encounter Cast. Actually, since she's here, I might as well give a little shout out. I'm sure everybody here knows all about her, though. But Ellie Buttons is a streamer. She still considers herself a new streamer, quote unquote. She started back in November around Thanksgiving, I think, and she's been streaming ever since. She's amassed quite the following over at Ellie Buttons here on Twitch.tv, and
Her beautiful butthole blossom.
yeah, she's a weird one, but it's a good kind of weird, I promise. And don't let her tell you otherwise. But she's a fucking pro streamer. If you turn into this girl, you will be mesmerized and entertained and locked in. So if you haven't already, go on over there and make sure that you give her a follow. And Ellie, I've actually been meaning to talk to you about this particular show that I'm doing right now, which is the Late Late Show with me.
Join us.
Yeah, no, I want to get you on this show one night. I want to be able to bring you on here and talk about you. I mean, right now we're just entertaining scrubs
Join
like
us,
Raven
Ellie.
and Gordor. But
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, yeah.
Do
yeah,
we?
I definitely want to get some big names like you and Joe Never on here some night. So thank you, Ellie,
I
for stopping by.
also play League.
Oh, stop it! Don't make me kick you out of this call.
Oh god.
Stop.
I just have to say, League has been getting better. Unfortunately, because of one of the main reasons I say.
dynamic queue. The
Well,
dynamic
yeah.
queue has made it better as a community, but it's still. Here's the thing about
Guys, don't make me do
League
this show
has
alone.
League has one major flaw, and it's there is no room for error. Every single error gets you criticized, and that is the only flaw of that game.
Play Dota 2. It's much worse. You
I'm
didn't
trying
deny
out
that
Smite.
being it, you stupid fucking support. What the fuck are you doing? I'm sorry, I just started
Oh
the
no,
game.
no! I had someone a couple of days ago tell me that I should microwave my nuts to contract prostate cancer.
Wow. Wow. I've gotten worse with SWTOR
It's-
with PvP.
But I was like that. Number one, what? And number two, I don't think that's how it works.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
I don't
No,
think
but
that's how microwaves work.
But what I do want to say is I think their champion design has gotten better because and this is one of the reasons I say fuck EA. Dawngate was a brilliant MOBA that was going to replace League for me, to be honest, and then EA shut it down because it wasn't bringing in the numbers they wanted it to, even though it was still moderately successful.
Same thing happened
just-
with Infinite Crisis. I
Yep.
love playing Infinite Crisis, and WB Games just shut it down.
But yeah, Dawngate.
I mean, Robbie would have liked it because voices of the DC characters.
Pretty much all of the developers, all the hero developers from Dawngate went over to Riot. And that's
Okay, and that's enough league talk for now. We're gonna bring in the real bullshit, and I mean, if we're gonna be talking about bullshit, we might as well bring in Shintasen to have some funny bullshit that's not boring and putting everyone to sleep. And yes, I see your disapproving glare that you're giving me, Mini Bun. All right, so let's see if Shinta is ready to join us here. Shintasen.
I just want him to come into this call and just say "fuck EA."
Ring, 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 ring.
I don't blame you.
Shintaphone.
I don't blame you. I mean, I even turned in my copy of Battlefront because I didn't.
Hello, everyone.
Is this
I'm
bad?
here, and you may
Yeah.
all rest easy.
Shintasen is here. Let's all rest easy, guys. How's it going, Shin?
It goes, it goes. What's going on, guys?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole
How
lot.
do you feel about EA?
Oh my gosh. We're not talking about EA. Everyone knows EA is the devil, okay? EA sucks. They wrecked BioWare. They're probably going to ruin Mass Effect. We shouldn't be worried about the FF7 remake. We should be worried about the fucking Mass Effect 4. EA is the devil. There. That's the end. Put it in a
And they
nice
ruined Star
little
Wars.
box. Got a bow on top of it. We're throwing it out into a shredder, okay? No more EA. Fuck EA. That's the end of the discussion.
Do I get a point
Well
for that?
handled.
Because I think I just
Well
triggered
handled,
you.
Caleb. Well handled.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
No.
I think you were triggered. I think you
No.
might have gotten triggered.
No.
I think I got that.
You did not get
That,
that.
that was a very salty no. So yeah, I believe you get a point for triggering him.
No, there are no points. First of all, this is my show. You don't get to hand out points. I get to hand out points. And you know who gets a point? Raven. Raven, you can have a point.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now,
Yay,
Shintasen.
points.
What do the
Shintasen.
points get cashed in for?
It doesn't matter. I haven't figured it out yet.
Butt rub.
Shintasen. Focus. Focus, everybody. Okay? Do not let this show go to hell in a handbasket. Shintasen. My first question for you is officially, what are we calling your segment? Is it Bullshintery with Shintasen, or is it hashtag content?
Fuck EA.
I would, I do like, hashtag content.
Hashtag content. All right, that's what it's called now. Hashtag content. And that's what we've brought you on the show for today, is to talk about, or to do, to something. We're going to get a proper intro for this show at some point. I'm going to get my interns on it, okay? So, Shintasen, talk to us. What kind of garbage and trash have you found in the deep, deep recesses of the intranet this time?
Well, I actually don't get credit for finding this one. You're the one that actually gets credit for finding.
Oh, I found this one because I do work. I told you guys I prep for this show.
I was actually kind of surprised at you finding this, and you said to save it, and I figured, well, I'll save it. You didn't tell me to save it. You told Visenya to save it. I don't think
Which
she
I
saved
did.
it. Oh, you did save
too
it.
Save it.
Oh, okay. So we already know what we're gonna. You guys already know what we're gonna read. I only saw the title of it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna read the rest of it. I'm gonna see if I can
This
keep a straight
makes
face
me
while
gag.
reading the rest of it. A warning right now: if you're very sensitive, yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot.
All right, so this is where we give our like AMC Walking Dead warning beforehand that this is rated M for mature audiences.
This
only.
is something Ashley is going to love. Take
All
note
right.
of that, and if you don't find certain things funny, then tune out.
Honestly, the kind of people that we get watching this show, I think they know what to expect from us at this point. So,
Well, if you were here for the first time where I read the pickle story, this is a little bit on that level.
the
except
pickle
it's
story
a little
was
bit more
amazing.
disgusting.
We actually didn't do the pickle story on air, did we? Like on an actual
Yes, we did.
episode. It was an actual episode,
No,
No.
it wasn't an episode. We did that on one of your live streams late at
but
night.
not an
That's
actual
when we-
episode.
No, that's when we got the idea for bullshittery or
I will definitely
Hashtag-
read it again on the episode if you'd like.
Yeah, I think we might have to do that because Non-Loves Pickles is one of my favorites. So, alright, Shintasen then with hashtag content. Take it away, Monsieur.
The title of the story is Today I Fucked Up by Sneezing While Wiping My Ass.
What the fuck?
Shh, Gorder, let him do his work. Continue, Shintasen.
This whole sequence of events took place in less than 10 seconds. Reflexes? Fuck you. There's a short, but in this case, crucial moment between wiping your ass and dropping the paper in the toilet bowl. As I was wiping my ass, I sneezed. A slimy drop of snot landed on my upper lip, and instinctively, I put the paper that I was holding on my nose to wipe it off. My body's way of saying, "What the fuck, bro? You just put shit on your nose," was instant puking, which landed on my hands and in my lap. Now, I'm standing up, screaming out in disgust, with pants around my ankles, shit on my face, and puke all over. Wife comes banging on the door, wondering what's wrong. My instant thought is, she must never know. In my stress, I reach for the door to ensure it's locked, so that she can't make any rescue attempts. Of course, I trip. Fall face first on the door. This doesn't calm my wife, but leaves vomit all over the door and a hurting nose, which I instinctively grab to acknowledge the pain. It's all a mess, like taken from a XXX rated version of Faulty Towers. Been spending the last half an hour showering, cleaning the bathroom, and making up half-assed explanations to my wife. I still smell the shit in my nose.
Wow.
God.
I think Ellie's comment was the best. She says, "Who hasn't missed to?"
Yep. Lots of good chat comments. We have, oh my god, I remember this. Oh, from Melkyria. Best story ever from Mr. Jack. Poop story, best story from Melkyria. Ellie saying, "I know that feel." So if you have any, if you come across any cool stories, like cool stories like that in your time around the internet, I implore you, please go ahead and send them to me.
Well,
Oh god, I'm gonna be living on
that I
Reddit all the
saved.
time now.
There's one that I saved, but
hold on 1 second.
but I think we already had read to us in the other group by Shinta-sen. That was the story where that infamous image of Shinta's face comes from. Just the.
Are you
That's
talking
where that
about,
comes from.
Are you talking about that shitlord Darkstar's fucking blog?
No, the convention horror story.
Yeah.
Oh, the convention horror story. Oh god.
If you do find anything though and you want it, send it to me. I'll get an email up there. But for now, add me to Skype, LBR_Kahlo, and just shoot me a link. And if we think that it's worthy enough of hashtag content, it could be read on the air. Now, today's show actually ran a little bit longer than I expected it to, which isn't a bad thing at all. I think our caliber of guests has actually been rising and climbing each time. Obviously, last time we had Kookie on, who was fucking fantastic, and she's even got her own show with Pops now.
Oh, nice.
Over on
Congratulations, Cookie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ellie Button says, "Oh my god, you read funny interweb stories? I have so many. Oomph!" Well,
Yes.
if you have them, Ellie, we should definitely get in contact with me and send them to me so that they can be read on our show.
Ellie, yes, please.
Uh-huh.
And please come on the show at some
We are
point.
definitely having Ellie on the show. That is
Yay.
easily going to happen.
Ellie and I are becoming best friends.
But we did
what's
actually
going
have
to happen.
we had a topic we were going to talk about tonight, but currently I'm still aiming for that hour-and-a-half mark, which we're about to reach in 8 minutes. So we're going to shelf that story since I feel like it's actually kind of timeless. I know that it kind of coincides right now with something that's happening, but that type of thing, DLC is what it was about, is something that has been rampant and sort of a mainstay in our headlines for quite a while now. But today went really good. We had two really great guests. Again, Raven, I don't think that I've ever actually heard you talk, so I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous bringing you on as my first guest, because I'm like, oh, how's this going to go? Am I going to have to, kick my first caller, because he's like a weeaboo who sounds like he's in his mom's basement, and he's still hitting puberty 30 years later.
Ryuichi? What?
Ryuichi's not that bad. He was good. We had him and Kookie on the last show. And Gorder, even you were a last-minute ringer today. My friend Luna couldn't make it, so I actually first tried to... Not that Gordon's going to appreciate this, but I actually tried to get Callie or Escalia on first. So my first choice was a Dragoon. But he had some stuff going on, so I'm like, oh, what about Gordor? Let me ask Gordor. But I'm glad that you were able to come in. You obviously added a lot to the show.
Anytime you need a last minute favor, let me know.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it was a pleasure to be on the show. I mean, I was actually very nervous because this would be like, my first time doing a late night program.
Well, you really have no reason to be. I mean, you carry on conversations very well. You add to it excellently, and your mic and audio quality is great. I mean, not that I'm sure Nate would probably disagree with that, but I mean, as far as I can hear, you guys all sound.
I do have a spare blue snowball mic near my computer in case something happens.
Well, there you go.
Well, you should tell Nate that I'm coming for his punk ass tomorrow.
You're coming for his punk ass tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't even know what that means. Like you're live on the show tomorrow, or like you're gonna go to his place.
He's going to be addressed.
Obviously, I'm not going to go to his place because, well, that requires money. And yeah.
All right. Well, actually, speaking of which, I'm glad you actually said something because otherwise I would have forgot to inform you guys again. But public service announcement: Nate's internet is currently down. He's trying to figure something out with Comcast, but of course they're being their usual.
It's Comcastic.
Yeah, exactly. Self.
Are
So
they
as
playing
of
with
right
nipples
now.
again?
As of right now, we are not sure on the fate of tomorrow's show. It's going to depend entirely on if we can get if he gets his net back up and running or not.
Hey, Cal,
Yes.
to mention, go along with that. About 30 minutes ago, he actually posted on Twitter saying that the internet's working just fine.
Oh.
Did that get updated? Like, did it go back down or something?
Oh no, probably not. Oh yeah, okay, yep, I see that now. It did go back up. So okay, you're right. Yep, so it's better. But I know that we actually had a problem. I think last time too that or one of the other recent times there was an internet outage that went really quick that kind of had us concerned. But yes, okay, so the power's back on. The internet's back on. His power was never out. So the shows tomorrow are a go. So make sure that you guys tune in tomorrow at 1 o'clock for Limit Break Radio, and then again at I believe 5 or 6 o'clock for Final Encounter Cast. I, of course, want to thank my guests tonight, Shintasin, for coming out with his hashtag content and telling us his, well, apparently that I found, hilarious story. We're going to make sure to get you lots more of those things. Thank you, Gordor, my last-minute ringer that I brought in, and Raven as well. You guys were all great guests that helped us come up with some pretty cool topic and discussion tonight that I think a lot of people liked.
No problem.
No, thank you very much.
No problem. And, of course, my lovely co-host and her pink snowball mini bun herself. Thank you,
Yeah!
mini bun. Thank you. And lastly, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who wished me a happy birthday today and yesterday, and all those who have sent or are sending gifts. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate all you guys.
Wait, people are sending gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryoku bought me 3 games on Steam.
People like you like that?
Yeah, people fucking love me, bro.
What?
Where have you been?
Did you give, by the way, did you give Jugsa that duplicate copy of the game I sent you by mistake?
The thing is, if I just sent it to him, then he's probably just going to end up regifting it to someone else. So what I have to do is wait till he's not in his room, send it to him, and then go in there and accept it and put it in his library.
Oh, I did that to my friend with aliens cloning on Marines. I was so vindictive. Like, I was really petty. I was
that
really
is
petty.
bad.
Wow.
Ellie Button says, "What? It is Kalo B-Day? Nobody told me. Would have sent him Justin Bieber pics. Well, I'm glad that nobody did."
Justin Bieber's penis.
Go away, Gordor. So thank you, everybody. Again, this is me, Robbie, here at the Late Night Show.
Yeah, you
And,
guys were awesome guests, by the way. Raven, you have a very good speaking voice.
Oh, thank you.
Brandon, at least you don't have that squeaky door in the background like Ryuichi always has.
Yeah.
And then Shenta, of course.
And then me, of course,
Awesome
me.
as always.
My voice is like a lute. A majestic lute.
Oh yeah, it makes people pregnant, remember?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I impregnate people with this voice.
Yep.
And there they go. They're all gone. It's just me and you now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yay!
Bye, guys. All right. So yes, again, as always, I'm Robbie. That's Minibun. This is the Late Night Show, and we will hope you will join us again in at the very least 2 weeks. I am actually thinking about trying to switch up the day a little bit. I think that maybe Saturday isn't the best day to get people out here and online, and there's been a few scheduling complications sometimes with me. But god damn it, Raven, go away! That's not how this works. You're gone. Don't do this. Don't be a Visenya, okay? Or whoever it was that kept coming back on when I was trying to kick them that one time. Who was that? That was you. That was you. Yes, it was. I'm not crazy.
And you called me a goddamn cockroach.
Yeah, you were coming back like a goddamn cockroach. So, yeah. So that's that. Oops. Can I get? Whoops. No. See, I have to make more scenes because
You did say bye to him.
To who?
To Raven.
I did too. I said bye to all of them.
You just
Oh,
kicked them without saying anything.
Well, I said bye before that though. Like the show's ending. They knew that it was coming. Yeah, so they'll get over it. They're big boys. So again, thank you everybody. I still don't have an official way of how I want to send this show out.
Da, 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 da.
What was that?
I don't know. Blip, 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 blip. That's all, folks.
You're bad. You're terrible at this.
Da, 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 da.
Well, you know what? We're gonna end it the same way we started it, with Late Night Lindblom. So goodbye, guys. Again, thanks for joining us, and peace.
Bye, everybody.